Have you ever wondered if everything we know about history is accurate? What if some of it never happened at all? Today, we're delving into a fascinating yet controversial theory known as the phantom time hypothesis. This intriguing conjecture proposes that a significant chunk of the Middle Ages, specifically the years between 614 and 911 AD, were entirely fabricated, suggesting that instead of living in the 21st century, we might actually be in the 18th century. The phantom time hypothesis was first introduced by German historian Heribert Illig in the late 20th century. Illig and his followers argue that a conspiracy involving the Holy Roman Emperor Otto III, Pope Sylvester II, and the Byzantine Emperor Constantine VII led to the intentional addition of approximately 300 years to the calendar. The motive? To position Otto III as ruling during the significant millennium year of 1000 AD. The hypothesis suggests that records and documents from this period were altered or invented entirely, fabricating the existence of much of the Carolingian Empire, including the famous Emperor Charlemagne. Supporters of this theory claim discrepancies in archaeological evidence as they argue there is a notable lack of physical evidence and reliable documentation from this period. Furthermore, they point to inconsistencies in the dating of buildings and artifacts, such as those using radiometric techniques, as supposed evidence supporting their claim. However, most historians and scholars are critical of the phantom time hypothesis, dismissing it as pseudo-history. Critics argue that Illig's theory underestimates the complexity and availability of synchronized historical records from various cultures and regions worldwide, which corroborate the timeline of the Middle Ages without noticeable gaps. For instance, the well-documented astronomical events recorded by civilizations such as the Chinese and the Islamic world consistently align with the accepted historical timeline, creating a robust framework that resists the idea of missing centuries. Moreover, dendrochronology, or tree ring dating, provides consistent and increasingly precise records that match the standard timeline, contradicting the hypothesis claims. This method has been used to date timber from medieval constructions, adding another layer of difficulty for the idea of phantom centuries to hold weight. Despite its lack of acceptance within mainstream historical discourse, the phantom time hypothesis remains a captivating illustration of how history can be interpreted in vastly different ways. It reminds us of the importance of questioning, scrutinizing, and understanding the vast array of evidence that constructs our shared narrative of the past. In conclusion, while the idea that we might be living in the 18th century instead of the 21st is certainly a fascinating one, it remains a fringe theory outside the bounds of conventional historical thought. Nevertheless, the phantom time hypothesis opens up a dialogue on the nature of history and the continuous need for rigorous investigation and evidence-based narratives. As we delve into these discussions, it compels us to appreciate the depth and complexity of the past as it has been carefully constructed over centuries of scholarship and discovery.